Good morning and welcome to Wisdom Wednesday podcast with your host, Dr. Mary Segars. I'm so glad you tuned in today. Here it is, the week before Thanksgiving, and I want to share with the audience today the difference between thankfulness and gratefulness. But you know the drill. Grab your coffee cup. It's so good. Or perhaps you want orange juice or water and join in on the conversation. Again, I want to welcome you to Wisdom Wednesday podcast with your host, Dr. Mary Segars. Today is Wednesday, November the 20th, 2024. And I would like to just share with you as we are approaching Thanksgiving. Like I said, next week is Thanksgiving already. But I want to talk about the subtle difference between thankfulness and gratefulness and why it's so important to have the spirit of gratitude because it can transform our lives, especially as we approach this holiday season. Okay, let's talk about the term thankfulness. It is often a feeling of relief or happiness that comes from receiving a benefit or kindness. Remember when we were young, we taught our children and our parents taught us, we taught our grandchildren, when someone give you something, say thank you. And it's just a politeness or manners, if you will. So that's can be the extent of thankfulness. But with gratefulness is a deeper, more encompassing state of appreciation that permeates one way of being, our way of being, okay? Recognizing the value of life in all its forms, even in our trials. So imagine this. You're thankful in the warm about the warm coffee in your hands on a chilly morning. You can appreciate that, so you're thankful for that. It's a momentary pleasure, but you're grateful for the existence of coffee, the hands that harvested, and the serenity of the morning. It's a complex web of appreciation. It goes deeper than I'm thankful for the warm coffee, this holding the cold in my cold hands, right? So gratitude or gratefulness is going much deeper. I'm thankful for the coffee, the one who harvests it. I can have peace and serenity as I'm drinking it every morning. So let's talk about the grateful journal. You've heard me talk before in previous episodes, especially around this time, to create and start a grateful journey. Journal. I'm sorry. I like to journal anyway, so I put down things that I'm so grateful for. I remember sitting in my home office here, and I was looking out the window, and it was around springtime. So I remember hearing the birds chirping, and the leaves were turning beautiful. And I just put down on that particular day of my journal. I'm grateful that I can see the birds, I can hear the birds, that I can look out of my window and know that God created the bird and He's taking care of the bird. He's going to take care of me. It was a expression of gratitude. And so when I wrote that down in the journal, and then when I go back to look at it, it's like, oh yeah, I'm grateful for that. Somebody did not have the opportunity to see the bird or to hear the bird. So it's all those little finite things that we're grateful for and appreciate so much to have them in our lives. And so, can I encourage you to start a grateful journal? Start journaling things that you're thankful and grateful for. And some days it's going to be in your life that you may not feel the thankfulness or the gratefulness. You may have sorrow, you may have loss, you may have heard a bad report about medical health issues. Go back to that journal and see when you wrote something you were grateful for. I can almost promise you and guarantee you will put a smile on your face because it makes you think that moment of sorrowfulness is only but a moment. But if I think about how good my life is, how blessed I am, you would begin to smile and to just even sometimes laugh to say, wow, this too shall pass. I will get on the other side of that. the situation or the problem. And I know that I'm grateful to still be alive, to have concern about that, right? So we can be grateful about so many things, but that journal will help us to jog our memories when we don't have all those days when we want to be thankful or grateful. Because those days are coming, I can promise you that. Life, as my granddaughter said, life be lifing. And sometimes we have those down moments. We're in the valley sometimes. We're not always going to be on the mountaintop. So remember, keep that journal and look at it every now and again. And I promise you, you'll smile. You have to extend your hands and say, yes, thankful. I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful that I'm still around to appreciate those things, even the trials and tribulations. But I have so much joy as well. And this journal now, what I was talking about, it keeps a grateful journal. It's more than just a list of things that you're grateful for. It's a daily practice of reflection. And that's what I was referring to when you don't have those days, you can go back and reflect on when you were grateful. When you pause and note not just what you made you thankful, but also where you found beauty and meaning and connection in your day. Sometimes we can find the beautiful things out of the ugly situations, so we have to just reflect and to ponder on the majesty of just being able to think back, okay? And this practice of keeping your journal, that grateful journal can shift your focus from what's lacking to the abundance that surrounds you. If we look around, we are so abundantly blessed. We really are, if you think about it. I always tell my clients when I'm coaching them, this time they had that self-pity party. And I said, okay, you can have only 60 seconds of a self-pity party. I said, I can encourage you or challenge you to go to a nursing home and talk to those people, and they would love to be in your place. So we got so much to be grateful for, so much to be thankful for. And we know we owe it all to our Almighty God, who's allowing us to see a brand new day, have a brand new opportunity to share our love and our joy. And so we have to learn how to be really heartful, grateful. All right. So let's talk about showing gratitude to others. We oftentimes want to be grateful for what we have and what God has blessed us with, but it's just as important to show gratitude to others. And when you're expressing gratitude, isn't just about saying thank you. We talked about that. That's just sometimes having good manners, right? Or you're welcome. It's about making others feel seen and valued. As a leadership coach, I always want to add value to people. And I always want to make sure that they are recognized, they're heard, and they are seen. And typically, that's what people want in their lives. They want to be heard, they want to be seen, they want to be recognized, and they want to know that they are valued to someone else. So when you show gratitude to others, you're really giving them, you are special. And so you're allowing them to know that they are being seen and heard and valued. It's like that handwritten note that you want to send out. Oftentimes we send Thanksgiving cards or maybe Christmas cards. Maybe put a love note in there to your loved ones, someone you haven't seen since last year, or someone out of town. Send a little handwritten note. I tell you, that would make that person smile, and you're smiling as you're writing that note to them. That extra moment you take to listen to people. Like I said earlier, people want to be heard, and not waiting for you to respond to your answer. Actively listening, intensely listen to someone else, to hear their heart, to hear their emotions, to hear their concerns. And you have to be an active listener to do that. The way you speak about someone when they're not even in the room, when they're not even there, that is adds so much value. That's showing gratitude to someone. I tell you, I know my husband. I'll just use my husband for an example. Coming out of a large family, so he learned how to share and learn how to give and all that. But he is such a giving person, and I'll tell everybody, my husband knows how to be a true giver. He gives from his heart. He gives with love. He gives intentionally, and I speak that in front of him. behind his back, if you will, around my friends and around our friends. Why? Because I'm showing gratitude for what he's done for me and how I love him and how he loves me. So speak valuable and good things about people when they're not even in the room. And and so speak when they're not even there. Are they speaking good things about you when you're not in the room? So you're showing gratitude to others by doing that. And these acts of gratitude strengthen bonds and spread joy. It really does. Because you know how good news travel, not bad news travel, but good news travel. And someone would say, the other day, Mary, I was in a room and someone was sharing something about what you shared with them, and it really blessed my heart. And it makes you feel good, like, wow, I'm grateful for that. I'm really have a appreciation of that. 'Cause my intent is really to add value, to let people know they could do more than they say they can do or think they can do. There's more potential yet to come out of another person. And it does my heart good when I see that. So let's make sure that we be intentional when we share our gratitude with others and be authentic. People can see that pseudo, girl, I really like that outfit you had on, and you're not even really being intentional. You're not being sincere. And so my mother used to say, if you can't say anything good, don't say anything at all, right? But when you speak to others or when you share your gratitude to others, make sure you're sincere, you're authentic, you're genuine, and I tell you that love will spread continuously, right? So let's talk about gratitude in the face of loss. And I need to stop saying lost because I heard my mentor, John Maxwell, said when his father passed, I think at a wonderful age, almost 100 years. I think he was like in his 90s, 95 or 96, whatever. And he said, people said, I'm so sorry about your loss. He said, my father's not lost. I know where my father is. And so I'm trying to adapt that vocabulary to my life. When people made their transition, who you love and you're very fond of, friends, family, co-workers, whatever. So as Thanksgiving approaches, which will be here next week, it's natural to feel the absence of loved ones who are no longer with us, right? That is a human emotion. Don't deny this. Say, I'm not feeling okay with that because, last year or 2 years ago, they were sitting around the dining room table. That's okay. Acknowledge that emotion, acknowledge that feeling. But what I don't want you to do is stay in that rut right there. Okay. While that may bring sorrow and maybe even tears is okay, it also offers us a chance to reflect on the love and the memories that we shared while they were here. Just recently, even as of yesterday, I received a notice that one of my nieces made her transition. And it seemed like, wow, I just lost a nephew 2 months ago. And then a couple months prior to that, I lost another niece. So it seemed like within a 5 month span of time, I've lost three beloved family members, or my three loved made their transition and they're no longer here on earth. And so I just started thinking about the memories, the fond memories in my heart and in my spirit and in my mind made me think, wow, they're in a better place. They're not suffering any longer. They knew the one who could save them, deliver them, and put them to bring them to his bosom, right? And so I know they're in a safe, better place. They're in a safe place with Jesus. So sure, we're going to feel lost or feel missing while they're here on earth, while they're no longer here on earth. However, we know that if we continue to live our lives, continue to keep their memories, continue to speak highly of them and the funny things and the things that kept you laughing while they were here, that will keep them in your hearts and in your spirit and in your action and in your words. So yeah, we will feel sorrowful, especially around the holidays time. But that doesn't mean we have to live there. We don't have to take root there. We don't have to make a home there. Just keep those fond memories, and maybe go through some pictures and maybe share something with another family member and just laugh and enjoy. Is it an easy thing to do? Of course not. But if we make a concerted effort to to do that, we can. we can we can do it. I don't know what happened here. Sorry about that. Okay. Wow. I don't know technical issues here, but and in conclusion, let me just say this. Um, let's remember that gratitude is a choice, it- a lens through which we can view our lives, even in hardship. It's about finding the beautiful you amidst the holiday season, recognizing that while you may have had people in your life that made their transition, we are also immensely blessed, abundantly blessed, because we're still here and we still have an opportunity to share our love with others, to comfort those that have loved ones that made their transition. We can say, I've had that experience in my family, in my life, so I can understand and I can be there for you, to listen to you, to share with you, to cry with you, to hear what you have to say, to hold your hand. Amen. And so we know. So I encourage you to start that grateful journal, reach out and express your sincere gratitude to someone today. Don't have to wait till Thanksgiving. Start right now and today. And let's make this holiday season one of profound thankfulness and deep, abiding gratefulness. So I want to thank you for joining in on this session today. I know it's short and sweet, but I was sincerely wanting to just say how much we have to be grateful for. Grateful to God for another day, a brand new day. Thankful to our family who loves us through our ups and downs, trials and tribulation, our good times and bad times. For our spouses who's right there with us through all situations. My husband just mentioned, Samir, you've been through a lot. And he said these last 5 months, he said, but babe, God's got you. I'm right here next to you. I'm with you. And that was so encouraging. I was so grateful to hear that because we've all been through a lot, um, not knowing what next year going to bring, but we have God on our side. We don't have to worry about that as long as we have loved ones who genuinely love us and support us and encourage us. We have friends who are right there by us, even though you may disagree on some things with your friends, but you still call them friends because they're genuine friends, right? Sit closer than a brother or a sister. So we know that we have so much to be grateful for. And I promise you, if we just show a little bit of gratefulness, even when you're out shopping, doing your Christmas shopping, or maybe preparing for your Thanksgiving feast, and someone try to cut you off and then go into the grocery store, show them love, show them thank you. Thank you for opening that door for me. I appreciate your kindness because people don't have to be kind to you or to me, right? But when you show kindness, that is one trait that we so short of. We need kindness and love to be extended so desperately. And it can start with you and I. It doesn't take a multitude of people to show kindness and love. It just starts with me and you. And if we show it and continue to be genuine and sincere with it, I promise you it's going to be contagious. It was almost like, wow, she didn't have to be kind to me, but because she's kind to me, I appreciate that. And I'm going to be kind to someone. So until next time, next month, we'll be talking about, are you getting ready for 2025? I will have people on that will share about, are you financially ready? Are you business savvy ready? Are you spiritually ready? Are you physically ready? We need to be ready. The Bible tells us, be ready at all times in all areas of our lives, right? Financially, physically, especially our physical body. We need to take care of our bodies. We really do. Rest, walk, drink plenty of water, turn that plate over, do whatever it takes to get this body fit to do the work that God has called each of us to do, right? And we'll be grateful that we're able to do it without complaining, without murmuring, without be having an attitude, but doing it with a grateful heart and a heart that's sincere to serve. Because if you want to be a leader, I'm always talking about leaders, you must be willing to serve. And so great leaders serve one another and create other leaders. So I'm an opponent of that. I'm always sharing that because when you value people, you let them know that they can do all things through Christ is going to strengthen them. They can do um, great things. And so I believe in 2025 is going to be an epic year. It's going to be amazing year. And I tell you, people who thought you weren't able to do some things, you're going to show them that with God, I can do all things. And so I want to say I love you. I appreciate you for tuning in to the podcast. Share this with someone else and let others know that you are grateful and that you love them. I promise you, you'll come back to you bountifully. Until next time, Dr. Mary signing off for now. Be blessed and have a blessed Thanksgiving with your family and friends and loved ones. Bye for now.